We are back. We are back. Your boy Big Vern. Y'all know what it is. Welcome to App Stupid Studios. Let's get after it. But first, let's jump into a rap break. Drop the beat. What up, what up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios, and we pushing a new rap album this month. Razzcazz, Leopards Eat Face, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is going to be Leopards Eat Face, Hit List, I Got That with Inspector Debt, and Coastal Contra. Oh my goodness. Contraband, 42. Where the Fooshnickens at is hard. Extra hard. Homie don't be playing. Miss Me Yet? Scar Tissue is wild. Scar Tissue is my song. Fun and games. Clap cheeks. Flavor Flav dance is wild too. Yo, Razzcazz, Leopards Eat Face, in stores now. Yo, shout out to Razzcazz doing his thing. Leopards Eat Face. So yeah, that was dope. So Florida, the Senate, they just passed the Teddy Bridgewater bill. And number one, Teddy Bridgewater shouldn't have been suspended in the first place. A lot of people kind of, like I said, drift away from things. But here, not only do we report on the news, we actually follow up on it and then give you breaking developments and so on and so forth. However, Teddy Bridgewater was suspended by the high school association because he helped the kids on the team. Now, we're not talking about help as in giving them any kind of physical advantages over anybody else. We're talking about a guy who was paying $700 a week on Uber rides for his players during the 2024 season. Bridgewater also spent $14,000 for a 4-night preseason camp that he was throwing, and $9,500 on Northwestern branded clothing, $1,300 per week for post-game recovery trucks, and $2,200 per week for pre-game meals in the past. Now, the only thing that they found, I think they looked at it like it was above reproach, is that he went online and asked for donations. Now, what man is going to spend all of this for kids who aren't related to him? And all he was asking for was a little help from the community. That should not be an illegal thing. That should not be an illegal thing. He wanted the community to support the kids. I don't know why this is wrong. I really don't. Now, Teddy says, I'm protective and I'm a father. First, being anything, and when I decided to coach, those players became my sons, and I wanted to make sure that I just protected them in the best way that I can. I think that's what came about. Miami Northwestern isn't a tough neighborhood, and sometimes things can happen when the kids are walking home and things like that. So I was just trying to protect them and give them a ride home instead of having to take those dangerous walks. Again, why is this a problem? Am I upset that it took this long to get this resolved 2 years after the fact? Yes. But I can't be mad that they're late to the party. You just finally got here. But for all of the whole jargon and the nonsense that they try to feed the media, especially when it's certain corrupt outlets like ESPN and fucking Fox Sports 1 talking about, oh, he's a father figure for these players. They've given that title to Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart has more rest in Georgia in the same time frame as Teddy Bridgewater, and he only coached a year of high school football. Here you have a guy who's protecting the kids who are in a high-risk community. He doesn't want to see his players meet their end. He doesn't want to see his players go hungry. Because that's what this is. If we're having a real conversation, some kids only eat when they're at school. And here you have someone reaching into his own pocket and paying for Uber rides, paying for meals, paying for jerseys. And the sad part is he was just treating them with dignity. And what does that say about the Florida school system that you would deny kids dignity? No brainer. You would deny kids dignity. But we got to stop him. We don't want him to be the father figure. We got to stop him. And then the national media don't talk about it. They're only good to talk about when people get into crazy situations and drama, and then they try to shift the narrative one way. So you're sitting there looking at a persuasive argument against somebody who may be innocent. In Teddy's case, he was innocent. And the problem wasn't that he was doing all of this for those kids and actually giving a damn. That wasn't the problem. The problem was he wouldn't won a state championship. He won a state championship. Now, I'm going to say something that's not controversial for everyone who knows what the deal is. In any state, in any city, you have these private schools or Catholic schools. And what they do is that they go into the inner city and they get the hungriest kids and the talent. And when they get the hungriest kids and the talent, they got them there so they can go ahead and have their fan base come out. And they don't give them any kind of slack about people donating to the college schools or this Catholic powerhouse, because they're able to gather unlimited funds. They're able to go ahead and fundraise and everything. But see, they're extracting talent out of that neighborhood. But it's a problem when Teddy does it, and Teddy is like, well, wait a minute. I just want to go ahead and make sure the community's chipping in. And you start cutting into those people's pockets. And Teddy, he went ahead and took a job back in the NFL once he was suspended, but this was something that he loved. But you made sure he was gone for 2 years for trying to help kids and give them dignity. But now you want a pat on the back because you finally passed a law that says it's okay to give kids dignity. It's okay that you don't want to see kids meet their demise walking home after practice. It's okay that you want to go ahead and make sure the kids got something to eat because they might not get another meal when they go home. That's okay. 2 years after the fact. This should have never been a case to begin with. He should have never been barred from high school sports. He didn't go in nobody's living room and promise the family pie in the sky, give them cars and money just so that the kids can go to the high school. The high school's in one of the most riskiest neighborhoods in Florida. He just wanted them to have dignity. I have nothing else to add. It's a story that still pisses me off when I go back and I think about it, because you let these big Catholic outfits and all these other private schools, they sit over here and they buy talent. And we know they buy talent. And you won't even call them out, get them, you won't even hold them to account. Here it is, somebody trying to clean up the community, and you ostracize this man. You ostracize this man because he gave these kids dignity. He wanted to keep them safe, and he looked at them like they were his kids. That's coaching. That's coaching. That's not a wins and loss thing. That's a caring thing. In Florida, I don't give you props for this because it never should have been a thing in the first place. Get in the comments.
Yeah, it's your boy Big Vern. Y'all know the drill. Get in the comments whether you agree or disagree. Let me know what's going down. It's your boy Big Vern. We'll be back.
We'll be back